The sky looks peaceful at first glance, blue, quiet, innocent, but modern warfare hides beneath silence. And sometimes the deadliest threats don't roar, they whisper. Far out on the horizon, a dark speck appears. Then another. Then a dozen more. They multiply like shadows forming in the air. Fast, synchronized, unnatural. Their motors don't scream. They hum with a cold precision that sends a chill down the spine. This is the sound of tomorrow's battlefield. A drone, swarm, one of the most feared military technologies ever created. Welcome to WarTech Frontier. Today, you step into the future of war, where intelligence isn't human, and the battlefield no longer belongs to soldiers. It belongs to algorithms. The rise of the drone swarms has begun. To understand this revolution, we have to step back. The earliest drones were awkward machines, slow, unreliable, and easily shot down. They acted more like remote-controlled toys than weapons of war. But then a remarkable shift happened. Engineers gave drones the ability to communicate with each other. Once that door opened, nothing was the same again. Because when machines can share data, they don't just coordinate, they form a collective mind. Now imagine a battlefield at dusk. A squad of soldiers crouches behind shattered walls. They believe the sky protects them. High above, dozens of drones split into formations. Some scan heat signatures, some listen for footsteps. Some search for electrical signals. Individually, they seem harmless. Together, they become a predatory intelligence. In seconds, they lock onto the soldiers' exact positions. In seconds more, one drone dives. This is not a scene from a sci-fi movie. This is real, tested, deployed, evolving. Wars across the world. Superpowers are competing to dominate this new realm of artificial warfare. The United States, China, Russia, Israel, Turkey, each is pouring billions into drone swarm technology. It's an arms race unlike any before, not measured by the size of bombs but by the speed of chips and the power of algorithms. The future battlefield won't be dominated by a single fighter jet. Instead, it will be shaped by clouds of intelligent machines working together like a living organism. Picture an open desert at dawn. The wind is still, the horizon is empty. Suddenly, metallic shapes rise from the sand, dozens of small, agile drones launching from a single armored pod. They spread across the landscape like steel birds awakened from hibernation. They lift into formation. Their sensors ignite, mapping terrain, identifying threats, building a real-time 3D map that no human team could create so quickly. And that is when you realize the truth. Drone swarms fight in ways humans can't. In the oceans, underwater drone swarms drift like mechanical schools of fish, silently tracking submarines. In forests, small ground drones crawl through terrain too dangerous for soldiers. In cities, micro-drones slip through broken windows and scan entire buildings within minutes. The idea of a linear front line is disappearing. War is dissolving into a multi-dimensional web, where machines move freely above you, around you, beneath you. The terrifying part is their synergy. One drone is weak, 100 drones are unstoppable. They share intelligence, adapt to threats, reroute when jammed, and reposition when attacked. When the US military tested early swarm systems, observers were shocked. If one drone was destroyed, the others immediately shifted to fill the gap, just like neurons in a brain rerouting around damage. This is the world's first mission-based hive mind. Now imagine a nighttime battlefield. Darkness stretches across ruined city streets. A lone sentry stands on a rooftop, scanning the horizon. Hears nothing, sees nothing. But somewhere in the sky, the faintest vibration begins. At first, it seems like wind. Then, a soft mechanical buzz grows louder, spreading like an approaching storm. He lifts his binoculars. A red glow appears, then divides into dozens of glimmers. A swarm is approaching. They move like a single shadow, gliding over rooftops with terrifying grace. Their sensors blink in perfect synchronization, as though one mind is watching through 100 eyes. They don't hesitate. They don't retreat. They don't fear. They simply execute. Defense systems struggle to counter this. Traditional anti-aircraft weapons are meant for planes or missiles, not hundreds of tiny targets coming from multiple directions. Even if defenders shoot down dozens, the swarm keeps advancing. It doesn't rely on individual units. Its strength is in its collective intelligence. This is the future militaries are preparing for. But the most chilling reality is that we're only in the early stages. Current swarms can coordinate movements. Future swarms will make fully autonomous decisions. They will identify threats, prioritize targets, and launch attacks without waiting for human approval. Will work across land, sea, and air at the same time. They may even repair themselves, harvest energy from the environment, or deploy microbots mid-flight. Imagine a scenario where a swarm enters enemy territory, deploys microdrones the size of insects, and those microdrones infiltrate communication centers, power stations, and vehicles. Entire bases could go dark before a single soldier realizes what happened. War is evolving into something silent, intelligent, and algorithmic. But while nations invest heavily in drone swarms, a darker concern grows. What if the swarms become too smart? What if communication links are hacked? What if algorithms malfunction? Experts warn that autonomous swarms could become the most dangerous military technology humanity has ever created. If something goes wrong, once released, thousands of thinking machines might act in ways that humans can't predict or control. Yet the race continues. Every major power knows that whoever masters swarming first gains a new form of dominance. A country with 10,000 coordinated drones could overwhelm air defenses, disable satellites, blind radar networks, and strike strategic targets simultaneously. This technology could redefine global power. The virtual battlefield of the old world soldiers, tanks, jets will not disappear. But it will be overshadowed by this new dimension of warfare where speed, coordination, and autonomous intelligence matter more than sheer size. The next war will not be won by armies lined up on borders, but by invisible algorithms fighting at machine speed. And so, here we are standing at the edge of a future where war is waged not by men, but by swarms of evolving machines. Drone swarms aren't just another weapon. They are the beginning of a deep transformation. The battlefield is no longer physical terrain. It is an ecosystem shaped by data, sensors, and artificial minds. This is only the first chapter. The frontier has opened. This is WarTech Frontier. In the next episode, we explore another revolution shaping modern warfare. Hypersonic missiles, the unstoppable weapons moving faster than sound, faster than reaction, and faster than defense. The future of war has arrived, and it's only getting faster.